may have seen him on NBC's Communities, the show within the show, Inspector Spacetime. Also, he's got a pretty great YouTube channel. Let's bring him out. He's a very funny comedian. Travis Richey.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. This is a big couch for little old me.
It is. It is a big couch. Just in case you need to lay down. Yeah, let's talk, man. How do you feel today?
Oh, gosh. Well, it all goes back to my mom.
Always does.
She's a great lady, my mom.
I'm sure she is. Hopefully she won't see this.
She doesn't. She lives way out in the country in Wisconsin. She doesn't even have internet.
You know, she'd probably be concerned for your career if she saw this.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think she'd be excited. She's very enthusiastic about everything I do.
Nice. And on that note, you've been on Community, which is not small potatoes.
How amazing is that?
That's a big show on NBC.
I was thrilled.
Now tell me, okay, so the show that you're on Community, which sounds weird, but that's really what it is.
It's a show within a show.
Inspector Spacetime.
Right.
Which is based on the popular show Doctor Who. A little bit of a spin-off. Tell me how that came to happen and how did you get involved with it?
Originally, I went into... Well, I got the audition because I had met the casting director, Josh Einstone, at a casting director workshop. You know, as actors struggling in L.A., you go to these places to meet casting directors.
And these never turn into anything, so this actually worked for you.
It's, it's actually everything I've booked has been from a workshop where I've met a casting director. Nice. Yeah, Pretty Little Liars, too, was another big one that I'm doing. And so I met Josh. He called me in. It wasn't even something they put on the breakdowns because it was kind of a small, just show within a show. And I went in and read for both Inspector Spacetime and Cougarton Abbey, which was supposedly the British sitcom that inspired Cougar Town.
Yeah.
And I went and I just said, even though Cougarton Abbey was 2 scenes, this Inspector Spacetime thing was only 1 line. I made a point to tell him that this is the one I'm really excited about because I was a Doctor Who fan already, and I was also a Community fan, so I knew that there was a lot of overlap. And they called me up and asked me if I wanted to do Inspector Spacetime, and I was like, yes, please.
That's awesome.
And it turned into 3 episodes, and then we have the web series that we wrote, thinking that they would want to do a web series, and they didn't end up doing that, so we just produced it on our own.
Yeah, and now you're also, speaking of the comedy side, with Community being a sitcom, you have history at the Acme Comedy
I've been
Company
at Acme
here in Los Angeles.
Yep.
I mean, a number of other stars. You think of internet and television, Felicia Day, Greg Benson is another.
And Joel McHale from Community.
What's it been like? Have you had the opportunity to work with some of those guys? Or what's it been like being a part of Acme?
Acme is this kind of great place. Not only is it an amazing space to perform at, but I feel like the comedy that they teach there, not only the improv side, which focuses on long-form comedy, but also the sketch side, which is really good sketch, is a great place to be. So I've been there for 6 or 7 years now, and I actually got there just as Felicia Day was leaving.
Oh, yeah.
And so we didn't have a lot of overlap, but I did work with Kim Evey, and I work with a lot of the people that are big now in the internet industry. So it's been a great place to be.
Now, I heard a rumor that you had the opportunity to audition for a project run by Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Who I love NPH.
Who doesn't?
He's got the 3-part name. We had this last episode. We had a 3-part namer on our last episode.
Oh,
I
great.
told her that's the best decision of her life.
I used to have a first initial, but I dropped it.
Oh, dude, what the hell are you doing?
I didn't want to seem pretentious.
Oh, you should have stuck with it, man.
Well, first initials are different than 3 names,
That is true. The 3 names is kind of cool.
Like, what has F. Murray Abraham done lately?
I don't even,
Right?
It's like over my head, man.
He was Amadeus. He was an Amadeus. He
okay.
got nominated. I think he won an Academy Award for that.
Well, now I feel like an idiot. It's okay. But you had an audition for a project for NPH.
Yeah.
And
who has been my hero since Doogie Howser. Like,
no, I think a lot of people can connect with that. Something went not so well?
So Neil bought a project from New York called Accomplice, which is it's a live tour of an area. So in New York, it's a live tour in New York. Here, it's called Accomplice Hollywood, and you sign up for it, and they give you a call and say, go to a certain place at a certain time, and you show up there, and you meet a character who is an actor, basically improvising this character, and they send you on this mystery tour of Hollywood. It's very cool. And so I auditioned for that, and the idea was, and it's the exact same thing we do at Acme, where you become a character and just let them do the talking. And so I did very well in my audition, and my character was this script thief. He was the type of guy who takes a script and just changes the date and the characters and calls it his own.
Yeah.
So he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Can we say? Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever
Awesome.
you want. This
That's
isn't
right. That's right.
television.
You
Are
have
you kidding me?
you had a
I just showed
monologue
this-
full of penises
I just
and
showed this to my mom.
and
I don't
tampons. That's
know.
right.
She
Okay,
doesn't
great.
care.
So I kind of a jerk, and I got through the first audition, did great, and it's basically them all asking you questions in character.
Yeah.
So I get to the second audition, and Neil is there in the audience asking questions with the director. We finish up, it goes great, and the first thing he says is, "Do you have Bell's palsy?" And I was taken aback because most people don't just mention it, but then I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, he was a doctor, so he would know." And
Of course. Yeah.
so then I said, "Yeah, actually, I've had it since birth." And he goes, "Okay, yeah, I've got a friend who's going through that right now, and he's really worried about it, talks about it all the time, and that's how I noticed it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great." And so we kind of all got up and started heading to the door. I was the last audition of the day, and the director shakes my hand and says, "Thanks for coming in." I'm like, "Thanks." And Neil shakes my hand and said, "Thank you for coming in." I was like, "Hey, thank you very much for having me. And now you can tell your friend that you've met someone who's had Bell's palsy from birth, so he can probably stop bitching about it."
Oh my God.
And I saw his face just go stone cold.
You basically blew your audition right there.
And he turned and he walked away. And I kind of just
my
wanted to shout,
God.
"Wait, Doogie, I'm gay too!" But it was too late. He was gone.
Oh, and okay, in bringing up the Bell's palsy, which you said you've had since birth, and
yeah.
for example, his friend was dealing with it now. This is not something that is always a from birth thing. You can get it
Most of the time it's
midway
not. In fact, I think I'm
through
only
life.
one of 2 people I've ever heard of that have had it since birth. Most of the time people get it spontaneously. And I'm completely sympathetic to those people because it must be terrifying to wake up in the morning and just half your face doesn't work. You know?
Not fun.
Did you drink so much that you broke your face? You don't know. And but for me, it's all I've ever known. It's all I've seen in the mirror. So I'm used to it. But yeah.
Well, hopefully it won't affect your ability to destroy our shooting challenge.
Oh.
I'm assuming it's not going to throw off your aim, right?
No, I have amazing. I used to be a Nerf champion back in college until
right.
they outlawed it.
Well, we are going to play a foam dart related challenge that is in no way related to the brand.
Just as my web
that we
series
have
is not at
paid
all Inspector
anything
Spacetime.
for. So we will not use the N-word on this show.
Got it.
Or the other N-word either. It's probably not a good idea.
Both N-words are off
Anyways.
the table. Tampons, yes. N-word, no.
Yeah.
I get it. I see where the line is drawn.
It's time to play Cocked Out. Travis, it is time to play Cocked Out. Here are the rules. You have 30 seconds to shoot as many of these targets.
Different game than we play in West Hollywood.
Well, you've got 30 seconds to shoot as many darts, discs, whatever, through as many of the holes on there. The points are on beside the holes, so the record is 15.
All right.
If you can't
really?
beat 15,
I would be ashamed.
you
Because
just-
actually it ends up darts through holes is shockingly similar to the game we play in West Hollywood.
So, I'm going to go ahead and give you, we've got the rifle, we've
Yeah.
got the disc gun.
Oh, rifle me.
We've got the pistol. What, rifles
Oh, yeah.
first? Okay,
Heck
here we
yeah.
go. All right, it's all cocked, ready to go.
Is it? All right.
We're going to give you a 3-second countdown before you start. You're up at the line. Ready? Are we ready? Ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, keep going. Oh, so close to that 5. You almost got the 5.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Oh, we got a 5. No, 10. Here you go. Switch it out. Oh, God. Let go.
All right.
Keep going.
That's
Here you go. Shoot. 2. Oh, we got a 15. 2?
Yeah, it was 2
Was
in.
that before
It
or
was
after 2? 2?
Was it
We
after
got
the
a
line? I think
20
it was
so
on-
far.
It was on 0.
20, well done.
Much more difficult than you would think.
Nice. Okay, it is difficult. You were all cocky at the beginning.
I was.
All right, you get one more shot. This is Grasshopper here.
Okay.
All right, this one's my friend. Our spirits are one. So grab it and go. You get one shot wherever you want to go. You want to give you a little safety, give you the 25, go for it. You want to go for the money shot on the balls? Money shot on the balls.
You know what it was? My big fat hand got in the way.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, well.
He's still leading the pack with 20 points. Give me a big handshake on you.
Awesome. Thank you.
We will be right back with Courtney Janae.
All right.